All right, full moon. Hello, hello. I know I didn't announce this one, but I did a poll on Instagram and asked people if they wanted me to do it tonight or tomorrow night, and 77% said tonight. So I decided to do tonight for the full moon energies. We've got the wolf full moon in the Leo energy, so it's like intuitive, cunning, powerful, strength, like energies blending together. Um, and yeah, I just finished cleaning the whole house downstairs. I got that done. Now I'm gonna go down into the basement room and set that up for some private clients that are coming as soon as it's done. They're like, I want to come. Hello, hello. And I will do some live events down there too, because I have all my crafty stuff down there. So we could do like dream catchers or, um, different things where I show people like how I make my candles, how I make a spray, essential oils. Um, there's so many things that I've done, like mandala nights, um, those affirmation things. We've done like so many weird, just different random things. And I have all the stuff for it down in the basement. So I'll be doing some of them live and some of them for small groups of people here. But tonight, we're going to pull out the deck and see what the deck says to do or what it gives to us for messages for this full moon energy. Ooh, I cleaned the table. I changed the tablecloth. I getting rid of a lot of stuff. I've been selling some of my crystals. I just posted this last night, or actually today. I posted it today. Hello. So yeah, lots of stuff changing. I have a giveaway happening on Instagram right now too for this. If you're in the US, you can comment a number on my Instagram at Divine Essential. It's like within the most recent like 3 posts, and it's got a bee inside of it, and it's for community and sweetness and all of that. So let's see what we got happening with this deck. It's all like messed up. The Intuitive Oracle. Okay, we got the... Oh my god, I am the weaver of my reality. The other day I was sitting here and a spider like just ran like right by me and out the door of my room, and I was like, that's weird, but the spider is there, so I feel like that could be connected. I had someone message me earlier today too, because it was like a week ago. Actually, she messaged me like a week ago, and I saw the message today. I saw a post with the white raven. There was somebody saw a white raven and took a picture and like video of it, posted it on Instagram, and I shared it to my stories. And that day, that girl had also saw a post of a totally different white raven, which is very rare. They're not normal, like, hey, I see those everywhere. So for her to see 2 different posts that day, she was like, oh my god. But she was getting messages about the white raven showing up for like divine feminines who are shifting things, and I can't remember everything that she said about what her message was, but it was very like, oh my god, crazy, good stuff happening for people. So I'm the Weaver of my web is page 42. I just want to see what it says. Boop, boop, boop. Good, easy. It's an easy one, just with a candle, smudge, which I've already got, scissors, a collage. Oh goodness, what are we doing? Oh, we already did this. We did this one before. We did the ritual box. Maybe I need to add something to the desire box. But we made that on here before. But that's what that one is the weaver. So apparently that energy is still weaving. Maybe, oh, and it did say before, like, to rearrange stuff inside of the box every once in a while to make sure that things are coming when you want them. Like if you manifest something, that doesn't need to be at the top of your box anymore. So this was the one I made before with the people on here, and I decorated it, and everything has meanings, 4 agreements, all of that. But then inside there's a whole bunch of stuff, like tons we put tons. This was like an hour of me just filling a box. And that live is still posted, and it's like, I think it was last month. But you can see there's tons of stuff in there, tons of stuff in my hand. So maybe I should, because I've been cleaning and organizing and getting rid of things, maybe I should shift this box up a little bit, or kind of, you know. So I would like to travel. I would like to go on vacation. I'd like to have, you know, a magical love. Like to love myself, you know. So obviously, you know, this and that go, these things are like the same, okay? These two are the same. So we're gonna put those together. These two are the same. I'm gonna put those together. We get happy anniversary, which isn't gonna come until after we meet the person. I'm aware of my words. May I all be spoken with truth and kindness. All of these little ones, I think, they don't really much have like a, you know, they're like for all time, a lot of the quotes and stuff, but like the specific ones with love, I gotta love myself first, and then like meet somebody, and then when we meet somebody, they're gonna give us little Valentine. Oh, and Valentine's Day is coming up, so that's right. It needs to be closer to the top of the box. Now I get it. And we gotta shine bright and love ourselves so those things can come. And this is a collective box, so everybody that's here, like, your energy will be intertwined with this. It matters not who you love, where you love, all the loves, but it just matters that you love. We're also going to go in a plane. Thank you for joining here. Drew, welcome to the Star Seeds. You are a miracle. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of rearrange, and we're all gonna have faith. Love isn't love until you give it away. So we gotta love ourselves, manifest all that good stuff. I'm willing to see my magnificence. I am good enough. So these things need to be on top of, you know, that. But it's like, as we're doing that, we're going to get the love. And then we're going to have the anniversary. We're going to think of all the times we spent together. We're going to go on a vacation. Maybe we're going to go to Florida and see the dolphins. Dolphins in here. We got to have faith for that to come. But yeah. And there's a wedding cake in here, so if you guys want to get married and have an anniversary and do all those things, those will happen. But I'm going to pull another card as well to see what else can go on, because we did this last month, so we don't need to do it again. But it is a good reminder to freshen the energy up. Sometimes I forget to do that. Like, I'll go, you know, do a bunch of other stuff and then be like, oh yeah, I forgot that thing exists. So how's everybody doing on the full moon? Have you been feeling the energy shift? I know I've talked to quite a few people who've been feeling extensive anxiety, and I've been like trying to pull it off of myself like constantly. We've just had like 23 solar flashes in like the last 24 hours. There's a lot of stuff going on, so I feel like a lot of us maybe, you know, riding the waves. I keep opening up to the Weaver, so let me read what the Weaver says. Weaving our reality is a skill that begins on the inside. It's a creative practice that requires us to be attentive while setting clear intentions. So we gotta quiet our mind, and we gotta like take that time out, make that desire box, or visualize it, speak it, write it, think about it, without thinking about it at the same time as watching something, without thinking about it at the same time as, you know, cleaning and doing all those things. Like, just taking time out to focus. The quality of our inner dialogue impacts how we feel and experience the world around us. The last like week, I've been listening to hypnosis every night, and then like today when I was doing stuff, I was listening to like a whole like manifesting affirmations thing, just going and going and going for like 2 hours. And it's all like, I'm abundant, I'm awesome. Pretty good. I have felt it. The energy has been intense, yes. So many people are like having crazy, and it's to be expected, because the big shift that we just had, which some people are on board with and some people aren't on board with, like depending on the astrology they follow. But the planet Pluto just did something supposedly. Some people are like, no, it didn't. And other people are like, yes, it did. So like, whatever. But with so many people in the collective focused on that, I still feel that energy will be present, because so many people are collectively creating that. They believe in that. They feel it. So we're impacting each other. Now the other people over here, they're creating one where they're like, no, that's not going to happen until whenever. But they'll feel that, they'll experience that. I've been feeling the shifts. A lot of people are like moving suddenly, losing jobs, losing homes, um, just having like the ends of life. People are transitioning. And Pluto is a planet of like, whoa, and it connects with Scorpio. So it can be an intense energy, but it's going to be good for a lot of the signs specifically who have struggled for the last like 15 to 25 years. It's like that's over. So it's a good thing for a lot of people. Um, Spider is here to remind you that you are the weaver of your reality. She's a special creature symbolizing awakened creativity and determination, patience and grace when weaving her web, and the interwoven nature between past, present, and future. If you find yourself in a position that no longer suits you, now is the time to look honestly, clarify what you want to design, and begin to change it. You're a resilient woman weaving your own story. Embody it with your entire heart and spirit. So if you're not happy currently, let's weave that new web. Let's design that new box. Let's make a vision board. And you can make a vision board like digitally now. You could go onto Canva for free and just get like a blank thing, and when you go into the elements on there, you can search and be like, I want a picture of this, or I want like a little, like all the decks that I made in Canva. So all of those things that you see on my decks and a lot of the other creators' decks are in Canva. And you can make a whole vision board of all of that. Some of it you have to pay. You have to be a member to use certain elements, but they still have tons that are available for free. It's enough. You can even just use font and write on there. But yeah, let's see what this one says. There is medicine in my shadow. So I just posted my thingy last night. I made this, and it reminds me of the shadow, like doing shadow work. It's got mirror on one side, and the other side is all dark, and then inside has hematite and this like mirror thing. So I literally wrote up a whole thing about it last night and being like, embracing your shadow, reflecting, doing mirror work, accepting those discarded parts of yourself. So makes sense that it's popping up. And I think again with the wolf, he's in the shadowy energy. Like I feel like that connects with our intuition. Like the wolf, the high priestess, have similar energy. The owl, the wolf, the high priestess, they're like nocturnal, intuitive, see in the dark. They can be sly, cunning, like swift, get through things. And it's funny because I just saw a pick a card reading that was like, what is the gift that you need to utilize right now to be abundant? And it was the fox came out. And the fox is about being sly and cunning, right? But the way that this person was saying it is like not sly and cunning in a deceiving or deceptive way, but being that way, like how I do, like how I can put words together for people to help them to see things that they don't normally see. Like they may be deceiving themselves. They may not see the full potential. They may be looking at an experience in a certain way. When they talk to me, I can shift the words around it, so it's like alchemizing that. And it's also good for like when you're writing and you make something sound beautiful. I know I have that ability. Like so many people have been like, oh my God, my dad's always like, they bought that because of what you wrote. It's like, and I believe him because when I used to sell all the tantric twins, I would write up a big, huge thing about it and people would resonate with it and buy it. And I still do that with a lot of the stuff. Like me writing up the thing for this is a totally different thing than me being like, boop, boop, bop, bop. But it allows people to see the potential of it. It allows them to see like what's in there. It allows them to know the elements, the magic, the spiritual healing, like the tools. So we have that ability within us. Some of us may have it like in a way that we need to cultivate and be able to like shift that thing, like rewrite that story. So there's medicine in my shadow, 37. Light and shadow each play a vital role in our growth. The dark and the deep is as valuable as light and easy. When we accept that they coexist, we can embrace our shadow without letting it define us. As messengers of the night, owls navigate. Oh, maybe that isn't. I didn't even realize. I thought that was hair. I didn't know that was the owl, but I'm like, owl, I just said owl. And I'm looking at the wolf. Boop, 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 boop. So, where is it? Sense in, okay, they journey, owl is, where is it? As messenger, owls navigate darkness with clear vision and instinctual wisdom. Owl is here to support your inner journey, to awaken your ability to sense in the dark. Some of the greatest artists, healers, and teachers discover their most profound gifts in this realm. The medicine of your shadow taps you deep into your intuition, develops empathy, and is an opportunity to turn weakness into strength. What did I just say? Um, Know that this deeper feeling awareness will ignite an unwavering and powerful core fire within you, and as you share your light, do not shun your shadows. Cultivate compassion for every shade of your being. I saw the owl on decor today. Awesome. Good confirmation. I feel okay. So hello, Melissa. Um, so the ritual is sacred fire in smudge. I did have the smudge going with some fire. So it says the element of fire has the ability to destroy, transform, light, and warm anything in its path. A sacred fire and smudge ceremony will help release past stories, set intentions for the future, and connect you to your resilient spirit. Take your time with this ritual and refer to the smudge in the glossary if need be. So sit comfortably in a quiet place and recite a prayer that casts a circle of protection, welcoming only lovingly supporting energy that's going to help to grow. Light your candle and infuse the fire with your prayers and intentions. Then light your smudge from the flame of the candle, and then gently fan out your smudge so that it can start to smoke, and breathe it in. Slowly wave the smoke over your body from the ground up in a complete circle, and allow old anger, unresolved conflict, any physical, energetic, mental disturbances to be lifted and transformed, and integrate and close with a grounding meditation of gratitude. Imagine the flame of the candle filling you with light and goodness. So that's very easy. We could definitely do that. You're glad you made it to the live. Awesome sauce. Thank you for coming. I wasn't sure. I was like, should I do it? Because I've heard conflicting things on that too. It's like some people are saying it's on Thursday and some people are saying it's on Friday. And I'm like, when do you want me to do it? And it's the 3 days. I actually just saw the moon tonight though, and it didn't look like it was perfectly full. Like I can see it when it's perfectly full, but I feel like it's almost there, but it will be tomorrow. So people who aren't able to watch live can watch tomorrow. What does that mean? I'm not sure. Oh, wait, what? I kept hearing a vibrating frequency in both ears. What does that mean? It can mean different things. Some people have like, they're like, oh, the right side means this, and the left side means that, and the high pitch means this, and the low pitch means that. I feel like I can't be the one that tells you that specifically because it depends, like when I first started on my spiritual journey and I learned things, I adopted what I learned and I was like, okay, that's what my mind believes about those things. So when I see those signs, that's what I believe about those things and that's the message for me. But there's other things in my life like the ringing in the ears that I never sought out answers for. I just intuitively like receive at that time, but I've seen what other people put out about it. So instead, but I was at that point then where I was like, I don't want to hear what they think about it. I'm just going to let spirit let me know what it actually means. So I'm creating my own spiritual dictionary over time. And that's like something we talked about in Alcyon Light Healing. Like, what does it mean to you? But you can also, in the beginning, if you're unsure, research about it and be like, all right, what does like the high pitch mean? What does both ears mean? And see what feels right about that. And if that feels right, take that, know that. So anytime spirit communicates with you in the future, if it does that thing again, you'll know that's that. But if it does something else, you'll discover what that is. First time I had an ear thing happen, it was the very start of my awakening. It knocked me off my feet. And then it happened again like a year ago, not even. And I was like, oh my God, it happened again. It didn't knock me over that time, but it kept going. I felt like for myself that vibrating and that like weirdness that it came on this side. It was like it always just feels like they're letting me know like the next level of awakening or the next level of transformation is coming. But for you, it could mean something else. So meditate on it and feel into it and kind of intuitively pick up on it. Like what are the messages that you receive surrounding it. Like what card do you pull out that kind of confirms for you like what you feel? Some people have ancestors communicate, some people have specific spirits that communicate. There's different ways of vibrating that happens, but I think it's kind of a personal thing that would be best for us to kind of like tap into and see. But I definitely feel like it's a transformation. I just got a notification. It said 10:10. Awesome. So I think that's a good confirmation. It's never happened as intense today. So it's probably like I said, we had just had 23 solar flares. Is like extremely high anxiety. I had a feeling someone from the spiritual realm was communicating with me, but I'm not tuned in yet. And just because you don't make out what they're saying, like they are communicating with you in that moment, that is what's like you are receiving something, you're downloading something. It doesn't always have to be in like words. Like I know when that happens, I'm not conscious like receiving a whole report, but I'm receiving a whole bunch of stuff that will come out later. I've said that many times. Like I'm like, well, I feel like when I look at the numbers, like the 1111s and the 222s that I see all the fucking time. Later on, there's codes and frequencies that come out that I like relay to people in the messages, or the synchronicity that plays out when I'm doing these things. It's like it's all aligned within that. It's just like we're in this digital code thing happening all the time, but definitely a lot of transformation energy. And I would have loved to have been a medium, but it's okay though. You can still be a medium. You don't have to wait or you know, do anything special. Like you could literally just start practicing. That's what most mediums do. Watch other mediums. There's mediums on TikTok that literally started on TikTok. They just go live and they're like, I'm going to practice mediumship. And now they have a huge following and they get great messages. Like if you feel that call, embrace it and go with it. Don't deny it. I saw 666 and 222 yesterday. 666 can be like, are we focused on finances? Or it could be like spiritual awakening. Some people see it as a good one. Some people see it as like they have that evil connotation with it, but it doesn't have to be bad. It can literally just be about shifting focus. And 222 is about partnership. So, you know, maybe like the partnership that you have with your finances, the partnership that you have with money in itself. Like there may need to be a transformation there so that you can receive the abundance that you're worthy of, so that you can connect on a deeper level. Like do a meditation and find out like, what is my relationship like with money? Do I fear it? Am I anxious about it? Do I not respect it? Do I, you know, like look at the things that are kind of messed up within that and change a partnership to that. And then I will have to do that. I'm ready to start making money this year and growing my platforms. And I have a lot of people who are reaching out right now and asking about those things. So I definitely feel like I need to incorporate that in. I think I'm just going to start a new channel for it and keep doing like what I do here. And then with the Bridget Rao channel, I don't know. I'm gonna go live on the Bridget Rao channel and be like, what the hell do you really want? Because like I'll be able to find out better when I talk to them live. Because a lot of people will say they want a certain thing, but when I post that certain thing, they don't watch it. So it's like, don't lie to me. Good morning. Oh, I love this. Thank you. Awesome sauce. So this candle is like, I don't know if it's gonna light. I think it will. We'll see. Which one is this? I just got, oh, it's Protection Purity. I will do my best to learn. I'm getting out there for sure. Yeah, and like I already I have another, it's called Bridget Rao. The channel's Bridget Rao. I haven't uploaded anything onto it officially, like published, but I've already uploaded things onto it, like that I could publish that are business related, like but I would do like the spiritual aspect of it, like show people what I do so that they can do it too. But there's so many things that I know about from doing it that I think will help other people. And that was kind of tied into that reading I just watched. It was like, you've got to help people, like give them what they think they want, but what they really need, you know what I mean? Like presented in a way of like what they think they need or what they think they want, but laced within there is what they need. So like when I do these events, it's like I'm doing a full moon thing, but when you come in, we're doing a lot of other things. Like we're tapping into different messages. It's not in a deceitful way, but like the card was like the fox. So it's like, you know, think about all of these readings that you see, like all of the pick a card readings where it's like, what do they want to know? Ba 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 boop. All of that gets that person's attention and in there, but then like they're receiving so much within it. They want to know what he thinks, right? But they receive so much more than that. They think that they just want to know what he knows, but they actually need to hear those other messages. So that was what was coming through. Yes, I will do my best. Do you have any small serpentine crystals? Yes, I do. I was gonna post that today actually because I posted those last night from one of my big ones, but it was actually one that I did like this. So it's just all I got to do is upload these ones that are in there. It's already done. All I got to do is take pictures and put them in there because I don't want the old pictures. But it is exact same listing as this type, but these are little ones. They're raw. They're not as shiny as that one, but this is serpentine, and it is really good for people who want to be like publicly speaking, putting themselves online, doing that type of stuff, you know, getting themselves out there, being successful. It's like Leo energy, but it's also shamanic energy. So it grounds you, it stabilizes you, protects you, so that when you do this, you're confident, you're stable, you're feeling good. But yeah, I have a whole bunch. These ones I do based on like the size, but these are pretty much all the same size. So I'd probably do like 3 for like, I don't know yet. I got to look at the prices on them and see exactly what other people are charging, and then I kind of base it off of that. But I'll be publishing these. I'll do them tonight because, like I said, it won't be hard. I already have that listing done, which is like, oh yeah, that's why I posted that last night or this morning. I made it last night, but I published it this morning because I already had like the description of it, and I know what it's all about. So all I had to do is change the pictures, and that makes it a lot easier to post something on Etsy, because when you're on Etsy, you got to put 13 tags and 13 like product ingredients, and then you got to do the full description, 10 pictures, a 30-second video or a 15-second video. You got to put in the size, the weight, how big is the package it's going to ship in, 14-day boobs. There's a lot of shit. So like, it's not just like, oh, boom, done. It takes forever. And I have ADHD, so a lot of times I get pulled away from what I'm doing and then pulled back. And after this, I'm going to be making some moon candles with crystals. I got moonstone, rainbow moonstone. They're black and white. And I'm put those on top of the candles. It's going to be like one of a kind special thing because I only have so many of those. So those will be probably posted on my Instagram stories when they're ready. There's only going to be a certain amount of them available. I needed this in my life. LOL. We all do. Yeah, I feel I have to get one. Okay. I want to channel more Leo energy for the social media stuff. I have Jupiter in Leo. Yeah, so that would make sense. You could be able to do that. Just set that intention. That is a lot, but at the end, it's so worth it. Those candles sound, yes, they're going to be awesome sauce. I was like hit today, and I was like, I'm going to make these candles because it's the full moon, and I got the moonstone. And they're just like really pretty. I only have like, I think 7 or 8 pieces that I put downstairs, but then I have a whole bag of just white moonstone chips. So I'll be putting those in there too. And then I have black tourmaline, so I'll be putting some of that there. There's gonna be a few different kinds, but it's been a while since I've done like a batch like that where it's just like this special energy moon. All right, so we're gonna do the ritual sacred fire. I've lit the purity candle here. And basically, this is like what I do all the time with you guys. I'm like, I'm going to light a candle and like set our intention, breathe, and I'll get the bowl and I'll turn you guys around. Boop, boop. Those candles sound awesome. I love candles and moon related stuff. Yeah, I think it's a good time to tap into, especially this energy right now, because that's like, it's going to carry all that power of Leo, that power of the wolf. Like, so when you light that candle, you could do this at home. You're going to have the candle. You could be out of magic. And I'll put Palo Santo in some of them. So the scent of it will be Palo Santo. And you're right there. You got your whole ritual. Oh my goodness. All right. What is over? Got the moon bone, the moon ball, the sun of the moon. I'm going to flip you around. Boop. There we go. We got that thingy from Dad still. I don't know if you're gonna fit on. Ooh! I brought up other stuff from downstairs because I'm getting rid of a bunch of stuff that was up here down into the basement so I could bring up my little thing to hold some crystals that I'll be selling. So there we go. We put you up like this, and I'm going to turn off some of the lights. Okay. Actually, this is weird. Okay. I won't be able to see too much, but we're going to just do like a little thing, and then I'll come back over to talk to you. So, allow yourself to relax. And let go of the outside world. Let go of your thoughts and your worries. Feel your energy slow down as we connect with the power of this full moon. The energies and frequencies of the wolf, of the owl, who will allow us to see from deeper parts of our mind and our energy, who will allow us to dive deeper into our own shadows, to illuminate and embrace every part of ourselves, the light and the dark, awakening and remembering our gifts, our power to manifest and create, the ability to see the shadow, and the ability to alchemize all that's in our world that has held us back, whether it began from within or without, in this life or another. Allow us to receive clarity and understanding, to shift and awaken. Our greatest potential, our greatest transformation, our birthright of abundance and joy, with the strength to overcome and to rise into the light, into success, to feel blessed and alive. Allow yourself to become a blank slate. Imagine yourself being reborn right now in this moment. You have no memories. You have no idea about the future. You just exist in this moment of pure potential. And anything that you want, you don't even have a concept of. Just allow yourself to be, without any ideas, without any influence, without any fear. All is unknown. And just come into your heart. Come into your pure potential and trust that your heart, trust that your intuition, your instinct will lead you right to where you are meant to be, right to the actions, right to the experiences, right to the people and places that you are meant to be, for your ultimate and greatest potential, for your ultimate joy and abundance, for your ultimate blessings and love. As you walk away from this space, you'll be walking towards an entire new reality that is yours to weave as ever you like and to experience with total bliss and light. All right. Yay, candles. That was good. I saw that today, what I said in there, where it was like, go back to being born again, go back to like just pure potential. There's a guy that I found, and he was the one that I was listening to that meditation that I talked about, where it's like all just like talking about like affirmations, like I manifest money easily, money just comes to me, oh, love is all around me, everything is great. He did that, and like it's like to get you into a state of coherence where you're just like connected to your heart. You don't have any beliefs influencing you, you don't have any fears, you don't have any bills, you don't have anything at all, and no idea about the future. And when you come into that space and you take action from that space, you're usually guided right to what you need to be guided to. And he did this at a casino and went right to a place and won $50,000. And he's done it several more times, not for 50,000, but he's done it at casinos, and he's done it with lottery tickets. He has tons of people in the comments of his video that are like, I watched this video last night, and I sent the video to my dad. I was like, look at all the comments, because all of these people were like, I did this meditation tonight, and then I had like a check show up, or I found money on the ground, or ba da boop. And you can do that for anything. It doesn't have to just be money. It could be anything you want, but come back into that place. You're welcome. I have to psych myself out into trusting. And that's the thing, like when our mind is constantly like, it's hard. It's hard to create abundance or to be in the state of flow when you're feeling anxious. It's hard to feel like, oh, everything's coming to me when you see nothing and you're struggling, and like all you see is roadblocks and more mishaps, and it's like, oh my God. But you gotta trick yourself to get out of that so that you can get out of that. I will share that onto the thing, and I'll put it in my stories on Instagram, because I was like, holy crap. And I even said that earlier. I was like, I'm gonna share that. And I thought of like how people gatekeep stuff like that, and by gatekeeping stuff like that, you're blocking yourself to that. You know what I mean? Like that's why I don't mind giving people over like the things that I know and I teach and share, because I know it will bring it like back too. It's like doesn't do you any good to just be like, you know. Um, I love that I followed you for the last 6 years. Thank you so much. I am an overthinker. We all are. I find lately that I really feel like social media, I know social media is doing a lot to people, and they are literally like making it worse over time. They actually have like a lawsuit out right now because they target children in a certain way that's like messing their mind up. But if they're doing it to the children, they're doing it to all of us. And you can see like shorts, they're like, oh yeah, everybody watching the shorts because they're short and they're bing, 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 dopamine, 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 dopamine. And a lot of the stuff that people see on the shorts It's like it's just out of control. Like you don't really know what you're gonna see, and it can hurt you, especially if you see all these people that are like, everything's so wonderful and great, everything's so easy, I'm so beautiful and I'm perfect, and look at this amazing car, and you don't have those things, or you don't like. And again, you may not consciously be like, oh, I feel so much worse about myself, but you will subconsciously feel worse about yourself when you're looking at those things, and your attention spans like getting shorter and shorter because of the content that's being made. Everybody is creating very short form content, and you're getting that hit. And it's like, okay, this is overdone. So it's very hard for us to do tasks, especially if you have ADHD, because we are dopamine chasers. So we get stuck, like just scrolling. We get stuck in just one thing, just focused on one thing. It's great when it's a productive thing that you want to be doing, but a lot of times it's not. It's like, I'm just standing here for 6 hours. I'm hungry. I need to pee. I want to drink, but I'm not. Like, so I think that a lot of people are becoming ADHD because of the social media. Even if you don't constantly look at it, I feel like it's impacting people just by the marketing and the things that are going on. Even the TV, what you watch on TV, it doesn't have to be social media. There's literally things within stuff. That movie they made, The End of the World or whatever, the one that Obama made, it was like they have a deer on the cover of it. There is like 6 things within there. Usually there's like the video and then the audio file. That one has like multiple audio files, and some of them are literally meant to mess with your brain. It's a frequency. It's a very low frequency. I've used frequencies in my videos and I added it on the bottom, but it was a good one to help people to like hit theta state. They use something in there that's fucked up, and most movies don't have that many that it had. Don't watch that. Don't watch it, okay? It's not good. That's why you're awesome. You keep it real. Thank you. That's why I don't like following trends with reels. Yeah, and it's hard. Like some of the trends that are out there would be good for people. Like if you're out there, no, I didn't see it, but I heard about it, and there's literally like things in it that will make you not feel good. And there's things that, like it's a weapon. It's a frequency weapon that they used in there. So they want to feed on the collective fear. And if everybody watches the end of the world type of shit, and they're all in that fear, and they're being bombarded with that frequency, a lot of the stuff that goes on here, I feel like it's getting harder. And I keep thinking like I gotta go outside and like clear the sky. Like whenever I hear about like the stuff that the planes are giving off, New Hampshire just tried to pass a bill to cancel that out because they don't want that. And Texas has already done it to stop chemtrails because they make people sick, and they are spraying a lot of shit on people that are not good, and a lot of people don't believe it, but it's like, so why are they creating a bill to ban it? Like, it's been there for a long time. It used to be a conspiracy theory, but it's real. And so as light workers, as people, we can go outside and clear that. Like you can literally imagine you're clearing the clouds away. I've done it. You can dissipate the clouds. I showed my mom one day, and a bird stopped midair. And I've seen this happen recently. I've seen people post videos where they're like, look at that bird. It's not moving. And it's not. It's just stuck. It's the Matrix has like a glitch, but it happened to me one day when I was doing the cloud dissipating. You just look at the cloud that you want to dissipate and imagine it disappearing, and it will. But if you're seeing a lot of those chemtrails, do that. I won't watch it. Yeah, don't watch it, because I feel like that's what they want us to do. If you get enough people to focus on those things happen. And I think that's why so much is bad in the world, and that's why they want us distracted too. They don't want us paying attention and coming together. Driving for DoorDash, guys, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? People are like, the customer requests that you leave it on their front door and don't ring their doorbell, don't knock on the door. Like, okay, it's below fucking 0 out here. There's snow everywhere, but here's your pizza on the ground. I won't bother you. I have not had one person that's like, please bring it to me. One person was outside one night, but it said to leave it there. I think I just caught him as he was outside. That's messed up, and that started with COVID. People are getting so disconnected from each other out of convenience because we naturally are like, yeah, sure, that's much better. Because we're weird now. We're getting weird now because we don't want to interact with others because we couldn't interact with others. But yeah, it is bad here in Indiana. It's everywhere. It's and so keep trying, and like those tower busters and stuff, like people, just clearing the intention, being aware of it, letting other people know so that we can do things like ban it, because we do still have somewhat power in our individual places, spiritually, physically, like advocating and all of that, but just even informing people like this is a legitimate thing, guys. Like we can't just dismiss it anymore. There's like fetus cells in there. There's like lead. There's so much shit in it that's not good. Um, oh yeah. There's like something going on. I know, and it's hard because everything on YouTube is like hush hush. I can't say certain things, but there's a lot of stuff that like I know and I see and I get these signs and I'm like, oh my God. But that's what they want us to do too, because then it gives them more power. But we have the power. If we would just stop being so afraid to fucking like just talk to each other for 5 seconds, stop fighting over stupid shit that doesn't matter, and be like, hey guys, there's a lot more of us than them. Let's stop doing all this. And we don't have to do it in a bad like way. But it probably get to that at some point. I don't know. With the cloud clearing, yes, definitely do that. That's true. People are more yes, dude. It's just weird to me. Like, I get it. Like, I've had people leave food out there at different times. Like, Shaw's will bring food, and I'd have it like be like, oh, just because I got dogs that bark and they're crazy, and it's like we weren't gonna be there, so just put it out there. But like, not one single person in the middle of a snowstorm. They leave your fucking bag of food in the snow rather than just hand it to you guys. Like, it's gonna be disgusting. And some people get shit that makes no sense. I went to a subway, and drove 20 minutes to someone. And I'm like, this subway is closer to you. I'm like, what the hell is up with this? I'm like, there's no way there's gonna be hot. This is why, and that's another thing, like going off grid. Like, I think that is a good idea for people. I just don't think it's a good idea to go in with the fear factor of like, we have to get all of this stuff to survive because everything, like, it'd be good to be prepared for that. But don't feed into that reality of that manifesting, because that you'll live in a reality, but that's all that you focus on. But that's okay too, because some people turn it into something. Some people just fearmonger and freak out, and that makes them worse. Other people look at it as like, all right, I'm gonna go like take this little shed and turn it into like a 50-acre emu yard, and they have fun and they build it, and then they're like become like lucrative from showing people themselves doing that. There's a lot of ways to do things in a way that's not like in a fear factor. You teach kindergarten. They are very different from any other group I have ever taught. Really? What are they like? My sister teaches, well, she doesn't teach, but she's like she was hired for like the special class, like the special education class as like a teacher's aide. But she still kind of interacts with like the other grades too. But some of the stuff that she tells me about is crazy. But she has the special needs children, so they come from like, messed up situations a lot of times. But there's a lot of weird things that she tells me about, and I'm like I've seen a lot of teachers being like, you got to get your kids out of school, like especially in the older grades where they're like, there's something going on here, like they're trying to dumb us down. This isn't legit stuff. Have you heard of the rich getting? Yeah. There's a lot of them that have some big ass like cities under the ground right now. The one from Facebook, I think Zuckerberg. There's another one like that type of guy, like Bezos. Like they're all getting these big underground, like an 18-wheeler truck bringing supplies to it. It has its own, like it's a city. So I don't know. I guess that's for like their friends. If a wave comes, they'll be good. But it's weird too, because like the Bible has been manipulated a lot, and a lot of stuff that comes out of the Bible, like you can't really rely on it because people who are like here were like, this is how it's a better agenda for us to say this or to interpret it in this way. But there's things in there that are like at the end that like the people who are the bad people will hide in the mountains, they'll go underground. So I keep seeing a lot of signs, but I feel like I wonder if every generation before us has been like, it's the end of time. Like, this is going to be the last one, especially with like the wars that happened and stuff. Like, and think about the perspective from other parts of the world where people are living, where they're in a war. Like, they must feel like this is the end days, So I think it really just comes down to perspective and trying not to get caught into what's going on out there, and we want to get aware of it so we can change it, but we've got to like stop looking at things and being like, that seems messed up. Like, we got to change it. Hopefully we can change it. No, not fair, but I would rather live in the country. Yes, I've been in the city all my life, and I feel The country will be my future. I've always been in the country area. I don't do well in the city because it's like way too many people. I get all stressed out. Like I've only gone in there like to drop a person off or to like pick a person up. I don't I don't really like driving around in there. They know something we don't know. The rich, yeah, but maybe they don't. Maybe they're watching all the same stuff we're watching, and they're like, "Oh, let's build that thing because they're saying all this stuff's gonna happen." We never know, but I definitely feel like there's things that they know that like we don't know. There's things that they do that they're not good things that they're doing. Um, but you know, what do they know that? Because I feel like nobody really knows the ultimate truth. They're living in a reality of what they're believing with each other, and we're believing what we're believing with each other. But if we could all kind of like stop doing those like meh things, I think it would be a lot better. They have fears and negative self-talk. I do yoga with them and fill my classroom with Reiki. Oh my God. I bet you, I wonder if it's because think about it, like they were probably at home with their parents a lot more um, during a time where it was like more stressful and people were like, what the fuck? Especially just in this world in general right now. I feel like it's just more prevalent. Like people are just negative. They're fearful. You know, it's almost just like a collective thing. But it sucks that little kids at little kindergarten, they're not supposed to even, they shouldn't even be saying it like anything like, oh, what's wrong with me? I'm so stupid. Yes, spiritual people do better away from the city. I don't like being in the big crowds. Yeah, no. I'm not like a person that like, let's go to a concert because it's just too many people. Um, I've only been to like a club or like a night thing, like a handful of times in my life, and there was like the only time that I ever enjoyed something like that is if I was like retardedly drunk, like so dumb. Um, but if I wasn't drunk, then I couldn't do it. Even there was a time that I took ecstasy someplace and I just sat in a room by myself. Like there was a big bar downstairs and like a dance floor and everything. I went upstairs to the bar that was closed and sat on a chair by myself. And was like, I'm fine, it's fine. Have fun, it's okay, I'm fine. I just didn't want to be near people. But it's supposed to make you more like, yay. I don't know. I think it's messed up how that the world is the way that it is, though. Community. My community is supportive, loving, and active in the world. We're often more resourceful than we think, with abundant support all around us, no matter how big or small. It's empowering to have a circle of like minded people in our life who are supportive, loving, and active in the world. Whether you have a strong community or you're craving community, this card has appeared to reconnect you to the power of the tribe and your ability to call it in. Friends or family, near or far, your community is what you make of it. Be willing to reach out and welcome others in. The collective wisdom of community inspires and motivates us while also stretching our comfort zone. Together, we can hold each other accountable for becoming our best self, reflect areas we still need to develop, and nurture our belief in one another. Community is love, growth, tribe, and family. So many of our greatest experiences and memories are derived from community. This says build a community through sharing. Bake enough goodies to share with your neighbors or coworkers, have fun, or schedule or actualize a meeting date. Set up at least 2 dates to take place over the next month with people and inspire and uplift. This is so funny because I literally said at the beginning of this, I'm going to clean. I finished cleaning the upstairs of the house. So tomorrow I'm going to go down into the basement and finish that because I'm having people come for like a healing and a reading and rites and stuff. But I'm also going to do an event, like different events, like a dream catcher night or a paint night, or we'll make a candle night, or we'll make a spray night. So it's like do it. And I said I would do some live too, so I can share that with my community near and far. But yeah, some of you guys can do that as well. You could do like a bake thingy where you share with people in that way, or go online and make an event. Just go live and be like, hey guys, I'm doing this. If you want to do it, or schedule it ahead. You know, I see in my memories every day, like when I was doing basically just in-person stuff, I would promote all of my own and other people's events, but it was like I would do a Syrian activation on Friday night from 7 to 9, and it would be like me playing the bowl. And you know, like a group of people would come. I did some of them live. But yeah, I think anybody can do those types of things if you're inspired to do those things. Hello, how are you? I'm good. We've been live for a little while doing some stuff, but if you want to watch the the playback of it when I post it, we did like a lighting of a candle and some smudging and setting intention and clearing the energy, calling in the owl. We pulled a card and all of that, and I just confirmed what I said at the beginning of it with this thing at the end of it. So um, that's this deck is crazy. I can't believe how much stuff comes through in it. That's like, oh my god! Each time I go live with it, I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't. It blows my mind. I'm like, I feel like people think that like I plan it somehow, but it's like I can't plan it. You see me put it out. You see me shuffle it. But yeah. I want to volunteer orientation last Saturday. I'm going to help our cats at a nonprofit, and that's a great way to do it. So you don't even have like it doesn't have to be something like baking. It can be something like that, or it could be like, trying to help people with like one of those places that donates clothes, or going around and picking up trash off the ground, setting up a outside yoga event, setting up some, going to places in your area that have centers of other like-minded, like a Reiki clinic or this or that. Um, you got to believe it. Yep. But yeah, you can do all of those things and connect with all of those people, and you'll probably get like, that's what started for me. I was at home learning about all this stuff, and then I found out that a girl was like literally less than a mile away from me, and I went there for Reiki 1. Actually, the first time I went there was for a Reiki clinic. It was $10 for like a 20-minute healing session. Um, and then she had like a Reiki 1 class that she was offering. It was like $150. And I was like, I want to do it. And I asked the guy that I lived with, I'm like, can I do it, please? And he was like, yeah, whatever. And he just kind of dismissed it. And then I just started going there all the time. And I was like, the first time I took my class with her, I was like, you need a better website. So I bartered. I built her website, and she taught me the rest of the Reiki. She taught me the new paradigm. I learned a lot of stuff in that center. I was basically like her assistant. And then I found another person a mile in the other direction, and I did the exact same thing with her. I did all her website stuff, her Facebook stuff, classes at her place, fairs and things like that. And then when I left there, I focused on it here. But then this blew up so much that I didn't really focus on in-person stuff anymore because there was so much demand online. But now I'm being pushed back into like merging both. That's really cool. I want to go to a poetry slam thing. I've never done that. Set one up in your area. You could be the host, and you could put out, a call to action, like find people in your area, like go to the public groups in your area. Like where I live in Duxbury, Mass, right? So like I find the Duxbury, Massachusetts groups on Facebook. I find the Pembroke group on Facebook, the Kingston, the beep, right? And then I post into those groups about my business that's nearby or my event that's nearby. Like, hey guys, I want to collaborate or create like a poetry slam. And you could probably talk to people that own a restaurant and that want to have something that's going to bring people into the door, right? A bar nearby or a restaurant nearby that, Friday night guys are going to have a poetry slam. And then you just find other people, or you be the poetry slam. But, there's so many ways to do that type of stuff. Do it, man. And if you're a Reiki person, you could do it with like going to the old folks' homes, or you could even go to the old folks' homes, because the old folks' homes want somebody to come do something all the time. Bingo night, this night, whatever night. But there's people who will go do Reiki for the old folks, or go to donate your time to like a church group or an AA group or somebody that needs help. The cancer ward at the hospital, the children's ward at the hospital. If you're a healer, those would be great places for you, because you probably would end up with clients from that too. Because if they're cancers, and they're only there for like chemotherapy, they might want you to help them at other times, especially if you show them that you're able to help them, those are all just different things that I've like picked up over the time. But it will help us to get over that, like, stop, I don't want you to knock on my door. Don't knock on my door. Leave the cold food in the snow. Hoi koi linda sos. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Those are wonderful ideas. I'll look into my city info. And it's funny because this was what came up earlier in that reading that I watched, was like, you have the ideas, you have the things that you can, people don't know what they need, like you present it, like you come here for this like you came for a full moon event. You think you can't come in for what you want, but you're getting what you need. And so I need to be able to package that better for people, because this is what happens a lot, is like I'm with people in the readings and things that I do. Um, but I need to keep doing that and showing people like all those different things. He said, "How lovely." Oh, thank you. I love that idea to take Reiki to others. Yes, and it's there's so many places. Some places are weird. Like when my mom was in the hospital, I would always be doing Reiki, and the nurses were like, "Oh my God, I want to do that. I love that." And when she was in like the places like where she was like a rehab place to get stronger, I would do it there, and people were okay with it. And I've seen people, I know people who would be like, oh, once a month, she would have like a place that she would go to for like I think it was like a trailer park place, but it was like 65 and older, and I think they had like a rec room. And so once a month she'd go there and do like discounted sessions for all the people, you know. Um, and yeah, there's always people that need it. You wasn't listening. That's okay. There'll be a replay of this. Basically, it was like, going and bringing your healing ability to others, or your offer to others. It doesn't have to be like I'm a Reiki healer. Like the poetry thing could be helpful for people, or somebody who's an artist. Like people like to watch people create art, and like paint nights. Like if you can come up with a simple concept that other people can easily follow, then you can host a paint night. The way that I did paint nights was I let people like take the energy of a meditation and put that interpreted onto a canvas. So it would be like a galaxy theme, which is pretty easy to paint. It's like, we just put some clouds and some stars, and I'd show them how to do that because mine was doing it. And everybody would leave with a painting and they had their meditation. Um, and then like the thing I did one night was like a mandala night. We made mandalas with affirmations inside of them, and I just used different things. Like I actually had coloring book pages too, so it would be easy for people. They didn't have to like draw it from hand if they didn't want to. Can you say my name, Pearl Parsons? Or you want me to say Pearl Parsons? Okay. Yeah, I gotta do more art too. I keep getting called to do more art. Hello. I took the thing out from over there. There was like a thing there. And I'm gonna bring up my easel. I have a big easel and a little easel. There's a tabletop easel, but there's a stand-up easel. And I have tons of canvases and tons of, what do you call it, paints. So I'm gonna bring that stuff up and paint. Is this a sad story? No. We're all done. We did a moon thingy. And I'm going to be posting this. Where am I from? I am from Duxbury, Massachusetts right now, but I grew up in Kingston, which is like the next town over, which is very close to Plymouth, Massachusetts, where the stupid rock is. I have my small easel. It's a table. The tabletop ones are cool. I have two of them, and they're just both down in the basement, but I have so many paints and canvases and all the stuff to do scrapbooking. I have the whole Cricut thing that I have that I've never used. So all that stuff's going down there, and we're going to be doing that. Can you please show me the weather? It's dark out right now, but it was actually kind of nice today. For where I live, I'm pretty close to the ocean. We had snow on the ground until today, and today it was like a rainy, like dim day, but the weather was warmer because of that, which sounds probably weird to people, but like in the winter, a rainy day is warmer than the snow. And especially on the coast, it can be weird. Sometimes it can be really cold in the rain, but today was like a warm rain. But yeah, it's not really easy to see out there right now. I can't see my thing either. Oh, no. I don't know what the temperature is at the moment, but it was going to be like a lot of degrees warmer today than it was yesterday. My brother is a man. Nice. My brother is too. I have my small, okay. All right, guys. Well, I've been on for about an hour now. We did our thing. I want other people to be able to connect with that. I'm going to post these thingies that I have. I'm going to go make those candles. And I will be back to do more. I already did the live readings this month, right? Like, did I do that? I think I did. I'll be back again soon. I'm going to do more lives to connect with you guys. I was going to do a trance channeling one and all of that. But thank you. I will see you soon. And I'll do live on the other channel too, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Inmune, namaste. Happy full moon. Thank you.